Hello and welcome to another Galactic Core character profile. Today we are profiling Loni Taraska. Loni is the princess of the Tarsek System. The Tarsek System is a collection of worlds and other small systems that comprise a large enough area in space that they are able to produce and sustain a fleet of ships. It is nothing compared to the Empire, but their technology is quite different. And I'll get into the Tarseks and the Taraskas in another video. As for Loni herself, when she was 18, she decided to join the Empire, or the Federation at the time, and enroll in the Academy. And she became a fighter pilot, and she became the best in her sector, in her squadron. She was a squadron leader, and she rose through the ranks to be a squadron leader within 5 years, or cycles as they call them. In the world of Galactic Core, galaxy, whatever, the Empire's, the military operates slightly differently than it does compared to modern day. So one difference is that one can, if one, in Loni's case, she can purchase parts with her own funds and upgrade her ship, and if 51% or more of the ship is comprised of those parts that she paid for with her own funds, she can claim ownership if she ever leaves the Empire, or Federation as it was at the time. And when we pick up with her at the beginning of the first book, this is where she is. She has defected from the Empire, taking her ship with her. Now she is doing that because of some information she has found out that the Empire is trying to keep secret, that they want to execute her for knowing. Her entire squadron was executed because of knowledge that they carried. They attempted to do the same to her, but she got wind of it. She was not around when the executions took place, and she narrowly escaped being executed herself, made to set up look like they died of some disease called white scars. And while fleeing from the carrier that she was stationed on, she ran across Doug Lancer, who rescued her, and together they escaped the Empire. And that's the inciting incident for Hyperspace Outlaws. Loni stands about average height, about 5'6", 5'7". She has wavy, light brown hair with highlights of gold. Her eyes are bright, sparkling blue, as are all the eyes of her family line. It has something to do with the Tarsek power that flows within her. She has a fighter pilot uniform. She has other clothes, of course, but the main one she wears is an Under Armour that's basically like a one-piece bathing suit that can deflect light blaster fire. She has a leather jacket, not flight jacket. She has a leather jacket and pants and boots, and she has a helmet. Her ship is an SJ interceptor that she named the Barracuda. It is a standard space fighter for the Empire. She's upgraded it to fly to make it one of the fastest, most maneuverable ships in the Empire, as far as fighters go. She carries a blaster pistol and a Singularity gun, something that is unique to her and her family. Each member of her family carries one, and the way it is that it has specialized shells that can do a variety of things depending on the shell. It may produce an EMP beam, or a self-collapsing black hole, or a force beam, depending on the shell. These are some wild, seemingly physics-defying effects, and there's a reason for that. And it's I may have mentioned before that this is more of a Star Wars-ish universe where the physics don't exactly match up with our universe, and so things work a little differently. But beyond that, it's because of her Tarsekian power and um, other things that she's able to do these things through her Singularity gun. The Singularity gun is only able to be wielded by one with Tarsek power, so only her or her relatives can wield it. Loni studies ship design. She knows about ships, so she's a good mechanic. She also is a weapon aficionado, so she likes to study weapons, or at least firearms, not necessarily weapons in general, but firearms more specifically. And of course, she's an expert pilot. So Loni's inspiration was from Princess Leia. So when Galaxy's Edge came out, they had the whole princess thing. So they had Lena, who was a princess, but they kind of like took a humorous spin on it. Like all of Lena's people were princesses and princesses, so it really meant nothing. I felt like that in Star Wars. I felt like Leia, like she was a princess. I understood thematically why she was a princess, because the the knight comes to rescue the princess from the Dark Lord. I get that, but within the story itself, I didn't see any reason why she was a princess. They had no effect on the story whatsoever. So I wanted to make Leia kind of the opposite of Lena. Not because of Lena, but because of Leia. So Loni, I know it's the L names, they're confusing. But Loni is a princess, but her title actually carries weight. It actually has meaning within the galaxy that she's in. And it comes through in the stories. Visually, I wasn't sure for a while how I wanted her to look. I thought I might make her look like Leia, or I wasn't sure. But what I saw, so there was a picture I found online of a TIE fighter pilot, and it was this lady who looked like she was mixed, or she had tan skin and she had wavy hair, and I liked that look. So I wasn't sure if I wanted to go with that look or with the look of Leia, and ultimately I went with the look of the fighter pilot picture that I saw, and um, I just liked the snarky look that was on her face. And so I kind of fashioned her Lonnie's attitude after that girl. Like Lonnie's very like no nonsense. Like I'm not taking your crap. And she's a great companion for Doug, a great counterweight to Doug, who's very much laid back and very much like, hey, I'll just be your friend, And she's like, I'm not gonna take any of that, So I'm not gonna let you walk over me. Her outfit I took from a number of sources. Like I always imagine the fighter pilot like leather jacket, kind of like from Top Gun. And then I found some other pictures of like armor and outfits that were online that I thought would make good, like for her Under Armour, or for just her general look. Her Singularity gun was inspired by Gene Starwin's caster gun from Outlaw Star. I always thought his gun and the effects of it were really, really cool. So I wanted to like emulate that and actually give it some grounding in my stories. Because in Outlaw Star, it has something to do with Tau magic or something like that. And I didn't want to go that route. I wanted it to be scientifically based, sort of, but like have it tied into her Tarsek power and the history of her family. So that is basically Princess Loni Taraska. And she was a lieutenant colonel when she was in the Federation or Empire. Once again, the images I've used, most of them are from images that I found around the internet. But the first one, or I shouldn't say the first one, I'm not sure how. So the close-up of Loni with the stunning blue eyes, where she's smiling slightly, the headshot with the golden curls. That one I created on ArtBreeder, so it is AI generated, so I'm not sure on the copyright on that. But I'll put links to all the other pictures and where I found them on the internet to credit them. So So I hope you like this video. I hope you like these types of things. Please let me know in the comments if you'd like to see more, if I've left anything out, if you'd like to know more about. I plan on getting into the Tarsek power and the history of the Taraskas and their family line and where it comes from, and other aspects of Galactic Core. And I'll put links down below. You can find me on my website, luketbarnett.com. The Galactic Core books are all on Amazon, and they're available now, all 3 of them. I'm working on book 4 currently. You can buy me a coffee at buymeacoffee.com, Luke T. Barnett. And you can find me on Facebook, Luke and Rose Barnett. Send me a chat. I'd love to chat with you. You can email me at authorlifewithluketbarnett@gmail.com. And I look forward to hearing from you, and see you next time.